Folks, it's almost Friday. You're this close. Hang in there. Stay strong. Side note, Evan Ball is going to fill in for Armando Laura on tomorrow's happy hour. The professor is on a bit of a podcast sabbatical. Looking forward to getting it back when he's ready. But thankfully, he introduced us to Evan Ball, a TV movie writer, part of the Taylor Sheridan universe, or at least he was. So he's going to join me tomorrow. And I tease tomorrow because the NBA schedule came out today, a day earlier than at least I was anticipating. We're going to save a breakdown of what to expect for your Golden State Warriors this season on tomorrow's happy hour edition of Golden Days. What are we talking about today? Warriors owner Joe Lacob's recent comments. He hasn't done an interview in a while. And he sat down with Warriors PR practitioner. He's also a columnist for the San Francisco Standard, Tim Kawakami, and said a few things that I think were interesting. I clipped them. We're going to play them on the show, and let's get into it. We're also going to play a few clips from Draymond Green's recent podcast appearance on his own podcast, where he said some interesting things. If we have time, we'll get to that, but when the owner talks, at least I listen. And if you listen carefully and you parse through his words, you can interpret some borderline fascinating content. So let's break it down. How exactly are your Warriors doing? Well, according to Joe Lacob, they're doing fine. Do you agree? Let's talk about it. We're powered by FanDuel. Excuse me. We're powered by Sunrun. That's the link right there, folks. Save some money. Put some money in your pocket. You're not buying a thing being a Sunrun-powered Golden Dazer. All you're doing is saving money and putting money in your pocket. It's one of the most ridiculously awesome sponsorships this program could ever have. Again, the link is right there, either the QR code on the screen, below in the description. Let's get into it. The program. What are we called? Oh, that's right. It's the Golden Days. Hey now. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to the program. My name is Cyrus Sauces. You can follow me on Threads and Instagram at Dog Wild. Over on Twitter, my handle is at Surf Journalist. Most importantly, the program on both platforms at Golden Days Pod. I mentioned we're brought to you by FanDuel. Curious to see with the schedule out. And again, we're going to get into great detail on that tomorrow to preview, maybe most importantly, the beginning of the schedule. Not as rough as a year ago. Not easy either. We just got to prepare for the worst. I think that's the best way to put it in terms of how to view your Warriors team in 2026, 2027. The last time we looked at the OU for wins for your Golden State Warriors, I'm just curious to see if the schedule release affected this at all. It did not. It's still at 39.5. That is the line. I'm leaning under. I don't feel super great about it. I don't feel nearly as good about it as I would betting on, let's say, the Philadelphia 76ers to hit the over of 50.5. I think that's a borderline lock. Warriors under, not a lock, but if I had to bet on one thing, that's what I would do. And your betting action provided by the official sportsbook of this program, the official sportsbook of Believe, which we're proudly a part of, the network that Golden Days represents Dub Nation with. Right there. FanDuel. Incredible sportsbook. Today's episode also brought to you by Sunrun. Want to give, again, a mention to a company that we are partnered with whose entire premise right now is setting you up for savings, is setting your home up for an improved roof, for setting the planet up for some healing. And again, I cannot emphasize enough that there is no money up front. You're not actually paying for a thing with Sunrun. What you're doing is you're partnering with a company that's going to put solar panels on your roof. And those solar panels are going to allow you to be independent, to enjoy freedom from the shackles of your local electric utility company, whether that's PG&E, whether that's Edison, whatever is going on there in terms of who you're wasting your money on, with those prices going up and up and up. They never go down. They always go up. You can stop that madness by partnering with Sunrun. Your prices, your monthly expenses will be flatlined. You never have to worry about rate increases again, because the sun, that huge ass star that gives this planet life, it ain't a greedy landlord. It's not going to increase the cost of you absorbing that energy for your home. Protect yourself from blackouts. Protect yourself from being ripped off. Put $500 in your pocket. Put $1,000 in your pocket if you recommend someone. 500 for you, 500 for that person. But you can figure out how you're going to split that up with FanDuel. With Sunrun. I apologize. Moving a little slow today. Again, click the link right there, the QR code. Click the link below in the description, whether you're listening to this on the podcast, whether you're watching this show right now. Help yourself with Sunrun. And put 500 bones, maybe 1,000 bones in your pocket. Golden State Warriors owner Joe Lacob was a recent guest on the Tim Kawakami podcast. Oh, by the way, Apex Sports Network, better known as the Danger Zone, Chardal, is asking, can I join the show? You could be the closer today. Absolutely. Stay tuned for that. Been a moment since we've been in the Danger Zone, and I actually want to show Chardal something that I saw the other day, which was mind-blowing, funny, crazy. Chardal, I'm looking forward to getting your reaction to that. But I want to start with Warriors owner Joe Lacob, who, again, was a guest on Tim Kawakami's podcast. Kawakami has become essentially a Golden State Warriors propagandist, meaning if we found out the Warriors were paying him, would not surprise me. And no, and God damn it, it just occurred to me that I did not get the clip that I wanted. God damn it, and we're live now. Oh well, we'll play that on tomorrow's show. The clip I was I just thought of is Lacob talked about the Kuminga pick as well, and I completely forgot to snip that. We'll save that for tomorrow's show. Even more content for then. But I want to start with Joe Lacob's comments on head coach Steve Kerr coming back. And this topic was brought up because, we didn't know what was going to happen after the Warriors lost to the Suns in that second play-in game. And Joe Lacob was asked, did you think Steve Kerr would come back? So why don't we start there? Because I do think the answer is very interesting in terms of Lacob's fealty, his loyalty to Steve Kerr, which I think ultimately comes down to Stephen Curry and making him happy. And if that's really what the bottom line is, there just is not a lot you can do there. I do wish Lacob put his foot down a little more with Steph, but that's the goal. Make Steph happy while trying to be competitive. It's turning out to be a hell of a lot harder than it sounds. And Steve Kerr is a prime example of why that is. Well, let's hear from Lacob talking about Steve Kerr and explaining how he felt, what went down immediately after that play-in loss, eliminating the Golden State Warriors from postseason contention. They did not make the playoffs, 37 wins last year. And Lacob was asked, did you think Steve was coming back? Here is Warriors owner Joe Lacob.
Tell you that. I really didn't know. I know everyone thinks we know all these things, but I didn't know. I don't think Steve really knew either. We had it was 2 or 3 weeks of discussions because I think Steve was trying to figure out what he wanted to do. We also were looking at the situation, and I think they were incredibly productive discussions and a meeting of the minds. And, you just don't let go of a Hall of Fame coach just to let go of a Hall of Fame coach. I mean, just to make change. And Steve, I was very impressed in our discussions that he felt he could have done a better job last year. We certainly can do a better job too at some of the things we do. But I think he he wanted to evaluate it in great detail and really talk about the near term and what he wanted to get out of it, what we wanted to get out of it. And I think they were just very productive discussions about how to go about this next year. I think you're going to see a very energized and invigorated Steve Kerr this year. And I've talked to him recently. I know some people think we're bringing back the same 37-win team. I hear that all the time, which we're not, in my opinion. And Steve doesn't feel that way either. He's very excited about our team. We're healthier, certainly, at this point than we were last year. There's always the risk that we won't be. We do have two pieces, big chess pieces coming back during the course of the year. And, I don't view it as a 37-win team. I view that was a team that your 2 or 3 of your biggest players were out half the year. I mean, we probably would have been a 50-win team. I really believe that. So I don't see any reason we added a great rookie that we're very excited about as well. So, I mean, I think we are going to be a pretty good team. And Steve is excited about coaching this team. I can tell you that.
Steve is excited because he's making nearly $20 million to eat avocado toast with bacon and to take naps and get paid every day and get paid nearly $20 million annually. I'm guessing that's what's exciting him, while having one of the biggest superstars in the world, Stephen Curry, liking him to the point where he fights for his coach to stay there. I'm guessing that's what he likes the most. I want to really quickly read off to you folks what a Hall of Fame head coach means exactly. Because people will brag about that with Curry. He's a Hall of Fame head coach. Big effing deal. You know who's in the Hall of Fame? Or at least who's about to be? Doc Rivers. Are you going to... Is anybody bragging about Doc Rivers right now? Who's currently unemployed? I mean, I think he's in the Bucks front office technically, but was forced into the front office. Who's been fired countless times. Hall of Famer. George Karl, friend of the show, by the way. And it pains me to use him as an example here, but Hall of Fame coach. Never won a title as a head coach. One of the all-time winningest head coaches based off regular season wins. Is anybody out there begging for George Karl? And I know he's up there in years now, but when he eventually was forced out, did not see anybody clamoring for the Hall of Famer. Rick Adelman is a Hall of Fame head coach. If you're an old school Warriors fan like me, you remember Rick Adelman when he was running the Warriors? Do you remember Rick Adelman when he was getting when he got fired by the Warriors? Rick Adelman, I don't believe ever won a championship, yet he's a Hall of Famer. So this whole like Hall of Fame, like he's a Hall of Fame head coach. Big effing deal. This is why Hall of Fames need to be very selective, is because the moment you start letting Doc Rivers into it, kind of damages the credibility of the organization, right? That is why exclusivity adds prestige to organizations. Because if you start letting the Rick Adelmans, the George Karls, and again, I don't mean any disrespect to George especially, the Doc Rivers, all of a sudden that Hall of Fame claim, loses a little luster and appeal. I also love the fact that Joe is making the case. Look, 37 wins, everyone's bringing that up. I think we could have been a 50-win team without the injuries. You do? Because I remember when Jimmy Butler was still healthy, you were a 500 team. I also remember your coach being largely responsible for Jimmy Butler getting hurt by playing him out of position routinely, forcing him to be mismatched against much larger individuals. I remember all that. So we move on to the next clip. I got 3 clips for you. Lacob's Jonathan Kuminga quote. We'll save that for tomorrow's show. Evan Ball's going to join us for happy hour. Evan's Armando's good friend, filling in. Armando, hope you're enjoying your sabbatical, brother. Love you. So next clip is Joe talking about Stephen Curry. And I think this is actually a little insightful in terms of content because Joe Lacob reveals in this answer to the Stephen Curry question of, is Steph actually going to go anywhere? Is Steph going to demand a trade? Mike Dunleavy Jr., we talked about him briefly yesterday. Warriors GM also did an interview. Dunleavy Jr. did his interview with a small press contingent. Joe Lacob again did his interview with the only person he talks to these days, and that's Tim Kawakami, for good reason. And when it comes to Stephen Curry, Mike Dunleavy Jr., I don't know if he could have answered it better, but he was asked, are you going to trade Stephen Curry? Like, what if Steph wants to leave? What would you do? And Dunleavy answered honestly. He said, look, if Steph actually asks us to leave, we'd at least consider that request, but we don't want him to go anywhere. He's happy here. Nonetheless, a few organizations and individuals ran with that one specific quote. The Stephen Curry fans, and again, side note, you're really starting to see now the difference between a Stephen Curry fan and a Warriors fan. There is a clear-cut difference between the two. A Stephen Curry fan is advocating for a trade because they want to see Steph playing for a legitimate contender. They want to see Steph's legacy intact and maybe bolstered. Whereas a Warriors fan, why the hell would you ever want Stephen Curry to leave? Unless it's for some sort of trade that brings back a fortune, a treasure chest of draft picks and talent. But look, if you're a Warriors fan, you enjoy the idea of Stephen Curry being a lifer. It's a good thing, I think. So does Steph actually want to leave? I don't think he does. I think the clear-cut reason for Steve Kerr continuing to enjoy job security despite 4 years of underachievement is because of Steph. He ain't going anywhere. And Joe Lacob indicated as such. Here is Warriors owner Joe Lacob calling all the nonsense chatter about Stephen Curry maybe being traded, maybe wanting out, a whole bunch of clickbait nonsense. And I wholeheartedly agree. What I didn't know until hearing this clip is that Joe and Steph are practically neighbors. They talk a lot. Let's listen to Joe Lacob talk about Stephen Curry and his future status with the Golden State Warriors.
I don't think this is even a thing. This is just a clickbait thing from all these people that do this kind of thing these days, and there seem to be a lot of them. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that any of that's true. I'm very close with Steph. He lives right near me. He's incredibly happy, I think, with the organization, with his life. He's got a great life. And his kids are very involved in schools and all that. I just don't see any of that. I've never heard a word about that. And I can't imagine it. And we certainly don't want him to go anywhere. That idea that somehow we want him to go. We do not want Steph Curry to go anywhere. Love Steph Curry. And we think he's a great player. And I just think people are completely making a bunch of crap up. It's just totally not true.
Agreed. And the people making that crap up, again, Stephen Curry fans, not necessarily Golden State Warriors fans. Sorry, I just bit my tongue right now. A clear-cut difference. A difference that was not noticeable, that was not easy to discern until now, the end days. And you're seeing that difference. And again, this is where, for this program, friendly reminder, we're a Warriors show. We're not going anywhere. The team is our focus, not any one individual. This ain't Stephen Curry days. It's Golden days. And again, we're big picture. We're long term. Unlike a lot of these clown programs out there that fail to apply critical thinking, that fail to pay attention to nuance, that fail to understand that basketball is a team sport, not a superstar individual sport. Even though the superstars, from a financial perspective, drive the league in a lot of ways, but there's 30 teams. We cover one of those 30 teams. Stephen Curry's a part of that team. He sure as shit ain't going anywhere. He is a Warriors lifer. So, but again, and that clip just reiterates what we've been saying on this show. Steph's happy. Steph is a king in the San Francisco Bay Area, one of the most affluent, one of the most educated, one of the most prosperous regions on the planet, and Steph rules supreme. Will he win any more championships as long as he continues advocating for his head coach, Steve Kerr? No. Will his family be happy as he rests comfortably on his laurels in his palace? Yes. Will he ever pay for a meal again in the Bay Area? No. Will he even pay for another drink again if he drinks? Well, he does drink. He has his own a whiskey company. So no. He's set. He's fine. The only disappointment in all this is that Stephen Curry, whether it's intentional or not, I don't think it's even intentional. I just think he's surrounded at this point in his life by a whole bunch of yes people, very few people who are going to challenge him in terms of what is best for the team, not necessarily himself, unless rings remains an utmost priority. My guess is, strong guess, is that Stephen Curry is so insulated that any negative news getting to him outside of him opening his phone and reading it on socials, not getting there. And I don't even know if he has time to look on his phone at all these socials and all that crap. So Steph ain't going nowhere. Chill on that idea. And if you're a Stephen Curry fan, when Steph retires, nice knowing you. And again, this show's not catered for you. It's catered for the Warriors. Sports franchises don't go anywhere, folks. They go on and on year after year. Michael Jordan retired. The Chicago Bulls stayed the same. What I don't want for the Warriors is 30 years of mediocrity to follow the dynasty. That's what I keep advocating against. Good news for Bulls fans. You finally got a megastar in the waiting. And Caleb Wilson, my Lord, is that dude worthy of a chef's kiss? Struck gold with that draft pick. And by the way, a Chardal, I'll send you the link right now. I'll post the link as well for anybody in the chat. Chardal, just copy the link in the chat. That way I don't have to send an email in the middle of the show. Link is in the chat. If anybody's interested in coming on, I got one more Joe Lacob clip to play. I also got the mailbag to open up. Great email from one of our Golden Dazers. The great Chardal is going to join us. And he wrote in our chat, Chardal, his YouTube company, his YouTube channel called the Apex Sports Network, writing, Stephen Curry has a bourbon company. His brand is called Gentleman's Cut Bourbon. It's not whiskey. And I love our audience, the highest IQ audience, without a doubt, of any Warriors program. Hell, any NBA program. Most programs don't have professors hosting it. So I hope that plays a part. Phase begins responding to Chardal saying, Bud, bourbon's a whiskey. They all come from the same family. It's all the same shit, different names. Scotch is a whiskey, just processed slightly different, aged longer in oak barrels in the beautiful Scottish Islands, or Isles, I think they call it there. I'm a big Scotch drinker myself when I drink. I also honestly can't remember the last time I touched alcohol. It might have been like a 6 months at least. Anyways, I digress. Tanisha Johnson writing, it's all right. The Olden State Warriors, not Golden, took the G out. The Olden State Warriors are going to win the championship. Dylan Verano, agree with you wholeheartedly, writing, Steph's bourbon greater than La Hennessy. LeBron James has his own Hennessy. I didn't know that. I knew LeBron was into like the whole wine scene, but I did not know Hennessy was one of his productions. Isn't Hennessy also in the bourbon family? Only they sweeten it up. Could be mistaken on that. One more clip I want to play of Warriors owner Joe Lacob. And again, we'll save the Kuminga stuff for tomorrow. We'll save the Warriors schedule for tomorrow as well. The schedule did come out today. And I really want to get into that because the first part of the season is going to be make or break for the Warriors, and all this chatter from the organization about, well, we can maybe make a trade midseason. We've done it before. We'll do it again. it ain't going to save you if you're like 15 games below 500 already out of the play-in. It's not going to happen. Clay Allen in our green room going to join us in just a second. Stay patient. I got one more clip to play here of Joe Lacob. This one's short and sweet. And this is Joe defending his track record, sounding a lot like Mike Dunleavy Jr. did. Well, we played the clip yesterday where Dunleavy came out defending his efforts this offseason, sounding desperate, saying he was cold calling people like a used car salesman. Actually, I don't know if they cold call people. Those are more like telemarketers, right? It sounded sad. And Joe Lacob, in the same vein, now defending his tenure as the owner of the Golden State Warriors for the past 16 years. It's gotten to this point. The owner is defensive. Clay Allen and Eric Johnson in a green room. You will be brought on in that order. But first and foremost, let's listen to Joe Lacob. This clip is very short and possibly sweet. Going on the defensive, talking about how successful the Warriors have been the past 16 years. They're trying, folks. Here's Joe.
Just think people need to be a little patient. Look at the long-term view of how well we've done. And I think we've done a really good job of being competitive. This is we own the team for 16 years. I don't know any other teams that have won 4 championships during that, even the last 11 years. I don't know any that have won 3 or 2 because nobody else has won more than 1. And so that's the fact. 6 finals and 4 championships. You got to look at the big picture here. And it doesn't mean we're not trying to do it in, quote, Steph's remaining years. We are. We're trying. We're trying really hard.
And again, that is the words of a desperate man when you have to remind people what your resume is. Look, he's not lying. Those are facts. 6 finals appearances, 4 championships. My rebuttal to that is it could have been 5 championships. Hell, it could have been 6 championships. And what you're doing to try and win for Steph these last 4 years, again, it's like coddling a toddler. You don't give a child whatever they ask for. You oftentimes have to resist that, to teach them discipline, to do what's best for them long term. And that includes Stephen Curry. Now, and again, this is the part that we don't know. If behind the scenes, Steph is telling Joe, if you want me happy, keep Steve Kerr as the head coach. Well, then I don't know. Joe Lacob is in a losing position at that point. And that's what I fear here, is that Joe is essentially caught in this position where he wants to make his superstar, all-time legendary player, Stephen Curry, happy. What Steph wants to be happy is not conducive with the Warriors as a team continuing to compete for championships. Case in point, the head coach sticking around. Hall of Famer. In the chat, by the way, OMG, it's Manny asking, how many Doc Rivers are out there? So there are a dime a dozen. The ego of a Doc Rivers, that's few and far in between. That's where Doc and Steve Kerr are similar. They both think they are the greatest thing since sliced bread. They both think in their minds, in their smug attitudes that, and the smugness is hidden, but they think they're smarter than everyone else in the room. That's what they believe. So maybe that's where they're similar in terms of Hall of Famers. But in terms of the actual skill set of coaching, dime a dozen. You can find a lot better than Doc Rivers out there. It ain't complicated. I like what Julian writes in the chat, saying even the Bulls and Patriots knew when to move on from their GOATs. The Lakers didn't. But again, and to me, this Lakers situation with the Warriors is very similar. And part of what breaks my heart is that Joe Lacob, in an interview some years back, explicitly stated he did not want a repeat of the Kobe situation. And yet here we are. All right, let's bring on Clay Allen. Clay, I think you're a first-time caller, long-time listener. Yeah. I don't know. How are you doing?
Long-time listener. What's going on, Si?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Good. I'm glad.
What's the emoji, real quick? That's half Klay Thompson, half Jordan? What is that?
No, well, think about the name, right? Half Klay Thompson, half...
Oh, Ray Allen. My bad.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize that. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead.
No worries. No, you're good. I just thought I would come on. I've been wanting to come on for a while and share like a personal anecdote about.
Please do.
Athletic Alchemy, since seems like there's some friction there on your end too.
It's not, there's not much friction. It's just, look, he was a guest on my show about a couple years ago when I was on the other network.
Right.
And it was cool. And I actually liked him. We got along. But I don't, you'd have to ask him what his reasons are for deciding that he did not want to follow up and to continue to collaborate. And then my personal opinion from hearing what other people are telling me about what he's saying on his show, because I don't watch or listen to his show, is that he echoes a lot of the sentiments that local media, that the light years type people are expressing, which is just more Steve Kerr apologist rhetoric. And I'm going to lose some respect for you if that's what you're espousing on your program. That's all. That's the extent of me and Alchemy. I'll shut up now. Go ahead, brother. It's all you.
Right. No, I totally feel what you're saying. He does somewhat like kind of echo those sentiments, but what I'm talking about is less anything about what he like displays on his channel, but more about a personal character thing. So I'm not here trying to like talk shit or like throw shade on anyone or whatever.
You can if you want. Say what you want, brother.
No, I just figured I'd share this anecdote because it happened to me and I never got the chance to. And then finally, like now I have this opportunity to. So like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber, right? Like I'm an NBA YouTuber.
What's your channel?
Clay Allen.
Oh, it's called Clay Allen. All right, go ahead. I'll subscribe right now, man. Go ahead.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming on.
I took a long break, but like way back, I think 2017, I think it was the first year KD was with the team. We had like we had a plan. Like I had reached out to him. I said, hey, can we collaborate or something? So he said, hey, like why don't you edit some of my videos, right? So already he's kind of trying to take advantage of me, maybe.
That's
like,
not cool.
Just come edit. Cool. But either way, I was cool with it, you know, because I really liked his content and I was still a new creator. I was trying to break in the door. I was like, let me collaborate with someone, right?
But he added strings to you coming on the show. It's like, that's weird, man. Do this for me and maybe I'll invite you on. I don't know about that. Go ahead, brother. So I don't like how this sounds already.
He didn't really respect like my voice or like the way I spoke about things, and more so just thought of me as like an editor. Like he even told me once, like, oh, like you should like focus more on editing or something like that, you know, like kind of passive aggressive. But anyways, so we did this little series, this trilogy series.
You got a shitload of subscribers, by the way, dude. Look at 53,000. Why do you, for someone with a channel as large as yours, why do you take breaks? Is it stressful? Is the workload heavy?
A lot of reasons. A lot of copyright strikes happened. I actually got locked out of my channel. It was like a long story.
Yes.
A lot of just
I'm subscribed to you now.
Life gets in the way. But I'm trying to make a comeback now. I made a video about the draft recently.
Good.
But yeah. So long story short, basically we made this you can look it up. It's called like a finals trilogy. It's on his channel. It was like, you know, Steph versus Kyrie, Kevin Durant versus LeBron, and then Draymond versus Kevin Love. And it was like a breakdown of the matchup between those three players, right? The whole time we had planned, we're going to do this trilogy. So I edited them. I finished them for him. I thought I did a good job. I finished. And then, so he uploads the last one. And then it's like, it's all good from there. I thought like the videos are performing really well. They're like still some of his best performing videos on his channel.
Really?
Yeah, like they got 100K, 200K views or something around there. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, like, so I'm obviously the next thing you're going to obviously think of if you just made a video about Steph, Kevin Durant, and Draymond, what are you thinking of next? Like, who do you think of next after that?
After Kevin Durant and Steph?
Steph, Kevin Durant, and Draymond. Who's next?
Clay.
Clay,
right?
Obviously. Yeah. Right, yeah. So I said, like, let me make a video about Clay. So I reached out to him. I'm like, I think I'm going to make a video about Clay. Like I started thinking about him, like why he's the X factor of the finals or whatever. And then he goes off on me and claims that I had like been reading the comments of his video. And I got the idea to make a video about Clay because people are commenting, oh, make a video about Clay. And that I stole it basically like from his comments, not even from him, but from his comments. So yeah, since then things just got really weird between us. Like we still collaborated a couple times. Like I had him, like part of the deal was I'm gonna edit for your channel and then you're gonna do voiceover commentary for mine. So he still followed through with his deal and did that for 2 videos on my channel. But yeah, I got rubbed the wrong way from the whole situation, like claiming that I was stealing his content. He just got kind of this ego about him, and yeah.
That's the vibe I get to. Is that there's an ego there. There's some insecurity. To me, the reason why I think he cut things off with me is insecurity, because when he came on, like I was doing the last show and that channel was just blowing up, And, you know, and a lot of these Warriors YouTubers were kind of like just in this place where there was no threats anywhere. There was nothing new coming along. And then here comes this guy. It's like, who the hell is he? I think it was some insecurity from his end. I'm guessing, but that sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
He's definitely very competitive. Like, he doesn't work well with others. Like, he just based on the things he says, like, he doesn't think of being like friends or collaborating. He thinks more of like, oh, if you're another YouTuber, you're my competition.
Yeah. And look, I kind of get that, but at the same time, it's like we're all human beings. And my philosophy is you got to judge each person individually, right? Like if someone's a dick to you, okay, fine, competition is on. But I never once like showed him disrespect, and
it works both
and again
ways,
for some added context, and you could add to this even more. I'll call you Clay Allen because that's your handle, Clay. He lives in Arizona, and I think I don't know if he coaches or I don't know what his involvement is in terms of like actual basketball. I know he has some kids who play basketball, so maybe he coaches his kids, but
he coached youth basketball at some point or something like that.
Yeah. And I did the same, and I'm guessing a lot of people have done the same at some point. But yeah, I don't know what his background is that makes him like an expert or anything. I think timing was his biggest the greatest thing going for him, right? Like he got in at a time when there were just not a lot of other people doing what he does. I could be mistaken on that. You know better than me.
He's got like a niche following, you know, like you got Warriors fans that really want in-depth analysis and stuff like that. And he makes good content. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy his content. I still sometimes watch his videos. I do think, like you said, sometimes he defends Kerr a bit too much, but he gives like kind of a balanced approach. So it's less so than like the light years guys or something.
Yeah, those guys are crazy.
Another thing I just remembered was after that whole thing happened, like we had squashed it, and then he was like, oh, it's all good, man. But like, if you want, we can leave it like online, like leave this beef active online and like fake a beef for like views or something.
So he's not even authentic. See, I don't like that.
So yeah,
so now you're gonna be doing fake shit to try and get that's clickbait, man. That's that's what he wanted to do. He wanted
that might have been
you
like
to,
he was looking for a reason to be mad at me from the beginning, maybe.
That's like Kardashian type, like, you know, generating fake storylines just to, you know, produce some drama here. That's weird. That's weird.
I mean, it works, right?
I don't know, man. Well, so again, I subscribe to your channel, folks. It doesn't sound like you need the promotion, but I'll still happily do so.
I do actually.
All right. So your handle is Clay Allen, but your YouTube channel, the handle is actually at the Basketball Poet.
Right. Yeah. But if you look up like youtube.com/Clay Allen, it comes up.
Perfect. Or just do that. There you go. Clay Allen. And dude, if you ever want to collaborate, man, email me.
Sure.
I don't make clips for the reason that you decided, dude. Like the NBA can like, and it's weird too. The more I do this YouTube thing, it's like it's not consistent. The vindictiveness from the NBA, like sometimes they'll let you go for like a year and never bother with you, and then all of a sudden you'll get copyright strikes.
Yeah,
and you know, and you can fight them. What's up?
It's normally towards the end of the year, I think, because they have like these like fiscal targets to meet before like the last quarter or whatever, and they're just like, okay, let's just claim all these videos now. That's just a theory. I don't know.
You might be right.
But
I don't know either.
But often happens in like December.
But there's so that's a pattern. That's the first pattern I've even heard in terms of their actions. It sucks though when they start flagging you, dude. Like I learned early on, okay, this is not worth it. If I'm gonna do a YouTube thing, I gotta like avoid all the DMCA bullshit. So that's a minefield you navigate. But stoked you're coming back, dude. Like I said, if you ever want to just do shows together, like let me know. Email me.
I'd love to. Maybe I'll just like hop on like a guest, like I am now, every now and then. You know,
whatever you want. What's your background? Like, are you Bay Area? Local, like what? Let's start there.
I moved a lot growing up, but I did move to the Bay when I was around like 11. Was I 11?
We're in the Bay.
Yeah, 11 years old. Like East Bay, like Walnut Creek.
Oh, the Dub C. All right.
Yeah, so I lived there for like 5
specifically
years,
the Dub C, or was it Concord or Pleasant Hill? Like, where were you exactly?
No, specifically Walnut Creek.
Yeah. All right. Was it a happy experience?
Oh yeah. I enjoyed it a lot. It was probably like one of the best places I lived in America. And
good.
Yeah.
Where are you now?
But yeah, so now I'm in Canada, also in Montreal. Like I know you have a couple callers from here.
I do. It's weird. Like when we got that kid, that college kid, who joins us from Ottawa, and then we haven't seen what's his name? I already forgot his name. I apologize, but the Kerr apologist, Barber, that's his name. Who joins us from Montreal?
He's Montreal too, right?
Yeah, he's Montreal. But how's the scene in Montreal? I've been seeing news items recently of Montreal residents advocating for baseball to come back. The Montreal Expos once upon a time, a Major League Baseball team up there.
I haven't heard of that, but I really think that it deserves a basketball team. And I don't follow baseball. I wish we would get an expansion team. Maybe it'll have to be like the next wave, but I think they should focus more on Montreal, like expanding internationally versus in like Mexico City versus like Vegas or something.
Agreed.
Like that.
What would your thoughts be on possibly persuading Tom Dundon, if I got the name correct, the new owner of the Portland Trailblazers? If any team's in danger of moving, and maybe there's two,
I don't want anything to do with him.
Fair enough.
I don't want
the other team that's in a location that might be on shaky ground is New Orleans. Maybe you can convince the Pelicans to move north too. I don't know, but
me personally, like call up the Pelicans.
Somebody with a lot of money, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the way that like the Lakers just got sold and teams are flying around and money's flying around, like I could see it, I guess. But
Money check up in our chat saying Barber's a traitor. He's on one of the Warriors propagandist channels, my former channel, the one I built up. Anyways, Barber. Well, I'm sure we'll see him again once the season starts. Clay, man, nice to meet you, brother. And like I said, dude, my email address is right here. We're going to open up the mailbag in just a second, where I will remind people how to contact the show, warriors24pod@gmail.com. Dude, reach out, or again, if you want to just come on with the audience, however you want to do it, brother. I welcome it in terms of collaborating. I mean, let me know.
I'm open to ideas, but like, what else would we do?
That's true. That is true.
I mean, if I ever come up with something, I'd let you know for sure.
Yeah, let me know. But, exactly. Perfect. Dude, thanks for sharing, man. I'm sorry that you had a pretty shitty experience with Alchemy. Yeah, I sense ego there too. It's just a lot of ego, insecurity. It's the typical trappings of a lot of human flaws that some people figure out sooner than later. Other people, they have to sometimes learn the hard way that I think we're just people.
A lot of people really like champion him, like in the Warriors sphere.
They do.
They really champion him like as like the guy, like they call him Uncle Alchemy, And they're like, it's almost Kerr like,
Well, but, Uncle Cy is here if they ever want to switch up. And Clay, thanks, brother. I appreciate your contribution. And anytime you want to vent, you got a place.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Take it easy. Nice to meet you, brother. That is Clay Allen, and again, just youtube.com/Clay Allen. I'm guessing if you just search YouTube Clay Allen, that'll come up as well. Clay Allen, one word for the podcast audience. Clay after Clay Thompson, and Allen like Ray Allen. Clay Allen. Clay, thank you, brother. Eric Johnson, if he's ready. Are you ready? Can you give me a wave? I think his screen froze. Let's give it a try. Let's just give it a try. The screen's black. Oh, no, he's back. Yes. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. We can't hear you, though. Eric, can you hear me? Because I can't hear you at all. Your audio's not working. Are you muted? There you go.
Thank you for me. How are you doing?
Doing all right, brother. Where are you joining us from on our blue-green planet?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Dude, I just watched first of all, I think I'm the last person on the planet, as someone who is just borderline addicted to the golden era of television right now, because there is so much. It's like movies are coming out on your TV left and right. It's incredible. And I bring that up because I'm the last person on the planet who has not seen the show The Wire yet. I'm binging that shit. That is my next plan for staycation mode. But I did see another show based in Baltimore, Maryland, called We Are the Night, We Are the City, the one with the guy who plays the Punisher, John Barenthal. Is it weird? Have you seen that show? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I really don't.
It's on HBO, and it's based, and John Barenthal, the actor, is called I thought it was We Are the City. Damn it, I'm gonna find the name of it. But he plays this guy who was a real cop, and it just exposes like this crazy ass corruption that really happened in the city of Baltimore, where police were just going around acting like their own gang for like 10 plus years. I think it's We Are the City. Is it We Are the City? Anyway, strong recommend, brother. What's on your mind, though, dude? We're not here to talk about TV.
So, not gonna lie, haven't really been exactly a Warriors fan for too long, I'm actually like 16. So it's
You're
like,
oh wow.
but
All right. You in high school?
I'm only 16. Yeah, I'm a junior.
Do you play basketball for the team or club or anything like that?
I used to play basketball, but what I really do want to go into is like the business side of it.
Ooh, okay. Well, like working for a team, like what part of the business?
Just like I want to be like a scout.
Okay. My buddy Aaron Larsoul is a former scout with the Trailblazers. It's that's less business side of things. That's much more like the playing side of things. But you want to be a scout to eventually lead up to what? What's the big goal?
It's a long shot, and I've heard it from a lot of people, but general manager.
It is. And here's the problem with that goal. It's a great goal to strive for. It's hard as shit to actually get for obvious reasons. There's only 30 of these jobs, and maybe worst, most of these jobs are handed to people because of nepotistic reasons, right? Like Mike Dunleavy Jr., if his dad isn't Mike Dunleavy, is he really a GM? I don't know. But good luck with that, brother. It's a great goal to strive for, man. So what are you thinking about the Warriors as with your GM mindset?
The Warriors, I'm not gonna lie. It's been so torturing just watching what's happened this offseason. And what I mean by it is, it's like, I may make some people mad by saying this, but I'm a Warriors fan. But also, I love Steph Curry, and I want to see him win another one because I know he's capable of playing at a level I've seen him play at. But the problem is, Steve Kerr, I don't really think he's going to get you nowhere.
Correct.
To where, I feel like he's been carried in the past by the roster of how it's constructed. It's not like he's just this magical shit of a coach to where he just made the Warriors like he's the culture. He isn't the culture. He did not
100%. Dude, you're preaching to the choir for the record.
He
agreed. Keep going. You're doing great. Keep going.
But I would say it's just like, in my mind, I'm praying that in some ways, maybe Joe Lacob, I don't know what he's thinking, but he really needs to just sell the team. I think he needs to sell it. I think someone else needs to take over. Because listen, I don't want to go, as I get older and as I watch this team, I don't want to see mediocrity.
Agreed.
It's like I'm gonna be a fan thinking through whoever when Steph leaves or whatever. But as much as I love this team, I just want to see us do things that make sense.
I'm with you.
And really, the only thing that I'm looking forward to this season is Yaxel Linderborg.
Oh. Dude, and the Yaxel side note, I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing. Hold on, Peter Griffin. Great Yaxel Foley starring in a Piedmont, Beverly Hills Cop. We're calling it now Piedmont Cop. For those that don't know, example, you live in Baltimore. I don't know if you're familiar with the small town of Piedmont. It's an enclave within Oakland, just like how Beverly Hills is an enclave within Los Angeles, entirely for the filthy rich. So we're going to call it Yaxel Foley, Piedmont Cop. Anyways, what I wanted to ask you is, as a 16-year-old, Yaxel Foley, I'm seeing all these clips come out where he's on this streaming platform Kick, which is like a competitor to Twitch. And another side note, I think we're going to bring this program on Twitch soon because why not? But Yaxel's on Kick playing video games and talking with fans, and I'm seeing all these clips, and he just said something yesterday or today about practicing with Stephen Curry for the first time and being in awe at watching Steph not miss a single shot. It's fascinating, riveting shit. My concern is Yaxel Linderborg, does he love video games too much? Is that even a thing? Maybe there's no such thing. What are your thoughts on Yaxel and his love for video games? Because supposedly he did not start playing basketball seriously until after high school because he loved baseball and he loved video games. And then his mom, who was a basketball legend herself, finally kicked his ass and was like, dude, come on. Like you're a huge human being. You're an athlete. Like just play the sport you're supposed to play. And then he played basketball and started kicking ass. Is the video game thing a concern to you as he streams on Kick?
I mean, I would say necessarily, like, now, one thing I would say is I give it up to his mother, you know, just because, like, she really saw that potential in him.
Yeah,
to
big time.
You know, he can
Big
be
time.
so much better. He can be so much better than just, you know, video games. But I would say for his side of things, I don't think it's going to be a huge concern for me.
Good.
But
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm not worried either. But I love Yaxel, dude. Like
Yeah.
that is, I mean, and again, friendly reminder, folks, for the people out there who called me a hater because I was not exactly thrilled that the Warriors beat the Clippers in the play-in game and I was sweating balls about that Phoenix game. If they'd won that game in Phoenix, if the Warriors were the 8th seed in the playoffs last year, there was no Yaxel Lendeborg. Sometimes you got to think big picture. And look, Yaxel, I hope this works out, dude. I hope he gets the minutes. What do you think Kerr's going to do with Yaxel? Like, is he going to be a 30-minute a night guy? Do you think Yaxel is going to have some nights where Kerr's patience with him runs thin and we see him rotting on the bench as GP2 takes his minutes? How do you think that's going to play out? I'm a little worried, just a tiny bit.
Well, so the old-fashioned Kerr style. We got GP2 back. So now we're gonna stick with our 4-guard system, and maybe Yaxel, he plays at the 5. And there you go. We'll see how that goes. He'll take the Draymond role if that's the case.
What are your thoughts, by the way, as someone who's aspiring to be a GM someday? And I love that. First of all, I always advise students that your best odds of success, at least one of many things to do to increase your chances of finding success, is picking a very specific goal to strive for, right? Because the people who make it to these jobs, like for example, an NBA GM, the ones who aim for that at a young age, like you are going for something that right now I'm guessing very few other 16-year-olds are chasing. And by the time someone who's, let's say, 23 figures out, I think I want to be an NBA GM, you're already interning. You're ahead of the curve, right? To get to that singular goal. And even if you don't get to that goal, maybe like whatever ends up happening as a fallback still ends up being pretty cool. Like, who the hell knows? You might still work for an NBA team, maybe not at the ideal position. But what I'm trying to say is respect. I think it's a very high acumen decision on your part to strive for a specific goal now, as opposed to wandering, not knowing what you want to do. And I'm not judging people who are in that boat either, because it is one of the many challenges of life is figuring out, what do I want to do in this world, man? Like, what do I want to do in terms of sustenance financially, where I'm not miserable doing that in the process, right? And you've got it. So step one of your goal, side note, and take Eric Spoelstra as an example. I know he's a coach and not a GM, but he started as a video coordinator, right? And you got to start at the bottom, and you got to pay your dues and work your way up. Intern for a team. If there's a specific team you love, start with them. But there's 30 teams. Apply to every single one of them, dude. And that's why you go to college. It's not so much because some dipshit in the classroom is lecturing you and they're going to tell you some amazing shit. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But what you will get from that college experience, besides networking, figuring out who the hell you are as a person, is networking and internships. Most internships do not exist for people who are not in school. Some are, but not all. Increase your chances of success. Go to school, even if it's a school that is not necessarily an Ivy League. Go to one you can afford that puts you in minimal debt, like a state school, for example. Get that internship, get your foot in the door. Once you're in that door, then you say and do all the right things to move your way up. And you'd be surprised how many people have followed that specific path to achieve the goals they want. So I'm trying to say you're doing the right things here, man. And at 16, to know what you want to do, that is a huge bonus. Respect. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done ranting. I'm done. But I think you're on the dude. I love that you know what you want to do, man. So with the Warriors, what would you do if you were the GM?
Man, do I say, like, if we're really looking at the map here, can I say, can we just, can we trade Steph, and then we can, if the return is great, like if we're getting young talent back, we're getting, future picks, I would consider it. But it's also another thing in my mind to where I think I just want to see Steph finish as a Warrior in some ways, because it's just hard. It's like he's just been someone I've grown up to pretty much my whole childhood.
Now that's crazy, dude. That's like you're like me with Joe Montana. Like I don't have a Warriors equivalent. Like Sleepy Floyd was the first player I just loved, which is why when he comes on this show all these years later, it's just I'm a giddy kid with starry eyes, just starstruck at Sleepy Floyd. I love Chris Mullin, but the Warriors were not a great team growing up. So Joe Montana was my GOAT. Michael Jordan was someone who I looked at like, damn, dude, like that's exciting, brother. So. And I love that you picked Steph over LeBron. Respect to you, sir. Because I'm guessing a lot of your friends and peers went the LeBron route, right? Growing up, in terms of like who to look up to as a player. No? Do I have that right or no?
I would say for most people it's probably LeBron. It's probably LeBron and Kobe for most people I know. Yeah.
Okay. Respect that Kobe's getting that love. I mean, do you remember playing? Like, do you have memories of Kobe playing?
I really didn't used to watch Kobe at the time. Like,
well, you were like mostly 5 when he retired, right? 5 or 6.
Yeah. Well, I was 2016, 17 when he retired.
16. Yeah. He retired the same day the Warriors won 73 games. It's crazy.
Like, I would say like my goat of all time it is Michael Jordan. I think
Eric, you got your head on your shoulders, dude.
I'm gonna say it's Jordan just because it's like, to me, I think Jordan, and I would say like him and Kobe are the same player just because
pretty much
most of the things that Kobe, most of the things that Kobe did, if you go back and watch some things, Kobe stole some of the things that Mike had.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, it was an influence on Kobe's life because Kobe added it to his game, and and
LeBron too. I mean, LeBron wears 23 because of Michael Jordan. But you're absolutely right, and it's not a secret either. Kobe has admitted it. Michael Jordan knows it, and Michael Jordan actually took on a bit of a paternal role with Kobe. As he retired and Kobe started to ascend. No, Kobe was easily, like, there was no dispute. He was the successor, and in terms of style of play, emulated Michael Jordan to the T. Eric, I need to go and wrap things up here, and your connection's a little faulty right now. Come back on the show. Do you have a good relationship with your parents?
Yeah, I do.
Tell them, if you don't mind relaying a message for me, just tell them bravo. Give them a hand, because your parents did something very right. You've got your head on your shoulders, and you're on the right path. Say, Eric, for a 16-year-old kid, you're going to do well. Just, you're on the right path, and come back. If I can help you in any regard, let me know. I don't know if I can, but I'm here. You're impressive at it for a 16-year-old is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. How's your summer going? Has school started yet?
I go back in September 1st.
Congratulations. In California, man, they force kids back in August. It's torture. So enjoy the rest of your vacation. Yeah. What are you doing? What does a 16-year-old in 2026 do on a typical summer vacation day? Like, what is your routine?
Well, I mean, what I got going for me right now is usually like take days off, I rest, and I go to the park, play basketball, come back, play some video games, find something to eat, watch some sports podcasts, whether it's baseball, football, basketball. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to a baseball game next Tuesday. So
Orioles and Camden Yards?
we got the Orioles and Yankees.
Dude, Camden is a park. That's a gem of a spot. Congrats on that. Eric, you're doing things right, man. Tell your parents bravo. And I'm always here for you. Let me know if I can help in any regard. But yeah, future GM, future NBA GM, Eric Johnson, joining the program. I'm going to be an old man someday. And Eric, I hope to hear from you when you're successful in running an NBA team. Just to let me know you made it. All right.
I'm really interested in also NFL too.
Or NFL.
I'm an NFL man.
Get your foot in the door with an internship. It starts there. If you can't play your way to it, meaning if you're not going to be good enough to actually make the NBA or play in the NFL where you can network like via being an athlete, get your foot in the door as an intern. Say yes to everything your first year or two you're there. Do not ever the goal to move up in a company is make people like you, right? Like make the people who are deciding important things that affect others, make them want you around, right? And so if you're a young pup, like an intern who's just starting, and you're already like challenging people in your first week, do you think they're going to want you around 3 months from now when the decision comes to hire you? Probably not. So just be someone who gets along, who says yes to everything. Be ambitious, obviously, but get your foot in the door with that internship. I'm always here. Stay in touch and come back on the show, brother. Anytime.
You keep up the good work. You're doing a very good job.
You too, Eric. Thank you, brother. Look at these 16-year-olds. This is Eric Johnson giving me hope for the future. Shardal, the danger zone. I don't see him actually. He left for a second. This will give me a chance to dip into the mailbag real quick. I do have an email I want to get to. And then if the danger zone is magically reappears like a cloud that is formed in front of us. Oh, I see Apex Sports Network come back. He's going to join us in just a second. But let's open up that mailbag really quickly because I got one email I want to get to.
We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
All right. This email comes from someone who's emailed us before. It's great content. And for any of you out there who want to email us, all you got to do is send it to warriors24pod@gmail.com. We love your emails. We welcome them. This one comes from Mark Otis, who writes, "Hey, Cy, another day and another way. The Bay Area brainwashed media is heading toward irrelevance." True. As you know, KNBR, the sports leader, just laid off Greg Papa. Papa is fighting cancer and was still working a couple of times per month on the radio. He gives everything he has to the industry only to be dismissed as a vital piece of Bay Area media history. First, it was 95.7 The Lame firing all of their best radio show personalities to be left with guru in his own mind, the radio troll Joe Shasky, Joe Spadoni, who is clueless, and Willard and Dibbs, who are the biggest Kerr apologists on the air. How do you really feel, Mark? I love it. Terrestrial radio is becoming extinct, and so is the true fan of Bay Area sports. What used to be honest, passionate sports criticism has now become an industry full of shills and clickbait grifters. Ooh. Hopefully, creators like yourself can flourish as Bay Area media folds itself into a useless relic. Stay gold, Cy. Mark, a.k.a. Harmonies. Round of applause for that one. Did not hold back, Mark. I want to add one thing here with the Greg, because the Greg Papa thing It was a horrible look for any institution who does that. It is true. They laid off an employee who is fighting cancer. Dude might die soon from it. I saw just something today where he's doing an interview, I think, with NBC Bay Area News, and his hair is like almost gone from the chemo. He doesn't look good. And for the station just to lay him off in the middle of a cancer battle, again, vile shit. And it should not surprise you folks, because that same station, and I think the same station manager was in power back then, laid off Ralph Barbieri as he's battling Parkinson's disease. Ralph Barbieri sued them and I think got over $1 million in that process. But this isn't even the first time that station has done this. Craziness. I worked there for just under 10 years of my life, and it just keeps getting worse. Yeah, look, all of these institutions, right, these organizations, they're flailing, they're failing. They don't have the money to pay the top talent anymore. So you're left with all these kids who are getting paid maybe like fractions above minimum wage. It ain't a good look. I will say this about Greg Papa, though. Or the situation, not Papa himself. Side note, Greg Papa used to be the play-by-play voice of the Golden State Warriors. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he succeeded the great Bill King. I think that's how the transition went. There might have been someone in between, but I think that's how it went before Bob Fitzgerald took over for Greg Papa. Papa's kid is still, if I'm not mistaken, one of the afternoon drive hosts on the station. And let's not kid ourselves. His kid is hosting on that channel, that radio station, because of who his dad is. Again, I've ripped that place for being an environment that nurtures and fosters nepo babyism, nepo babies. Greg Papa's son is a host on Afternoon Drive entirely because of who his dad is. I think his name is Derek Papa. His co-host, I've heard so many bad stories about that guy. I don't know him personally. His dad was also a Bay Area media guy. And everything I hear about him is that he, like, if anybody ever comes out of me, he like pulls out the race card just to shut people up, man. That is crazy shit. Welcome to KNBR Radio in 2026. So Greg Papa, on one hand, I imagine, wasn't happy he got laid off, but his kid's still working there. So I'm guessing a radio station that is just hemorrhaging money, making very little in the process, probably had a conversation with Greg that went something like, look, we can't afford you and your kid. What do you want to do? And Greg, I'm guessing, looked out for his kid. I could be wrong on that. This is me just providing conjecture, my 2 cents in the whole situation. Still, not a good look. To fire someone as they're dying. That's literally what happened with that scumbag radio station, which is now located in like a strip mall at the south end of San Francisco. Yeah, radio's dead. Cleverly done, by the way, pushing back, saying Guru is awesome. Guru's always been cool with me, by the way. You never see me rip him on this show, largely because I think he's a good dude. I never listened to the station. I worked in radio, sports radio for nearly 15 years of my life. KNBR was nearly 10. Then I continued working in it in San Diego for a while and other places too. But it's a dead medium. It's just cooked. Mark, thank you for the kind words about this program. We're trying to keep it real and accurate and edgy and entertaining. And look, if you want entertaining, if you want edgy, the Apex Sports Network, whose, side note, is tonight. There is a Niners exhibition game this evening. Talk about a shit show, by the way, the 49ers. The host of the Danger Zone is going to the Niners versus the Titans preseason game today. Bring sunscreen, Chardol, please, because the way they constructed that dump, Candlestick Park was fine. Come on, man. Why did they not just build in San Francisco? It's the San Francisco 49ers. not the Silicon Valley 49ers. I'm forever bitter at Eddie DeBartolo's sister for hijacking that team, stealing it away from him. Vile shit. Anyways. Is it time for the Danger Zone? Are we there? I got a clip, by the way, which is some crazy shit I'm going to play, and I wanted Chardal's reaction to it. Let's not, without further ado, let's not put this off any further. FaZe, I'll get to your chat in just a second. There's a few other chats I'm going to get to before the show ends, but for now, do you want danger? Because I'm going to bring it to you. Let's do it. Let's go into the Danger Zone.
Stay at home, son.
Chardal, I will update that. Oh, look at the new logo. Apex Sports Network, your Bay Area home. Home of what? Of sports? Chardal, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Sai. I'm doing great. How are you doing on this Thursday afternoon on Golden Days? You're my favorite host. You bring the fire. You bring the hot takes.
You're my favorite host, Chardal.
This show will not be the show without you.
Someday it will, but not for at least 10 years. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere for a while, but I hope to someday pass the show on, but not for long. Chardal, maybe you'll be the successor someday.
I'll be successor for you one day on the show.
How you doing, buddy? You good?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. It's almost Friday.
I'm attending the San Francisco 49ers versus Tennessee Titans preseason game today at Levi's. I'm sitting in section 403, row 14, seat 15. I'm going to get a 360-degree panoramic view of the whole stadium.
Beautiful. Who are you going with?
I'm going by myself.
You just bought one ticket?
I just bought one ticket. I paid $15. That is cheap for a preseason game.
That's cheap for anything. $15
I paid $15 for a preseason game.
Is that because the Niners? Are they that bad or like what? Why is it so cheap?
Because it's preseason. Nobody wants to go to.
Yeah, it's preseason.
Chardal, who wants to watch an exhibition game?
Chardal, what are your thoughts on?
I want to because I'm a diehard 49er fan. I'll watch preseason, regular season, anything. 49er football means everything to me. I don't care what it is. I'm going to go and watch everything.
By the way, real quick, I'm going to give this guy a shot here for 1 second. One of these clowns that will never come on the show just pops in here and there. In this case, saying always personal use. Typical anonymous keyboard warrior. Just a clown hiding behind a screen while yelling for mom's meatloaf from the, hey, mom, the meatloaf! That's how I view all you guys. The trolls from South Park. You're just one of these clowns talking all this shit while we got 30 viewers. First of all, it's a live show in August that talks entirely about the Warriors. And at this present moment, I see, 36 viewers. Why don't you bring that number up in the regular season during a post-game show? Why don't you read the numbers for the total views after the live version is done?
The 49ers warm-ups.
You clown! You hide behind a screen anonymously and you think you're somebody. What does that say about you, you wuss? You little maggot. You nothing. You're goddamn right I'm going to talk about other Bay Area media because I will not talk badly about all of them, side note. I talk about the ones I have zero respect for. That includes Nepo babies, which apparently you respect. That includes ass kissers that don't challenge those in power, which is a core tenet of journalism. That's what you love. So take a look in the mirror anytime you want to pretend you want to call someone else a clown, because the only clown here is the D-bag hiding anonymously, talking shit. That's the only clown in this picture here. And I want to add to that, you're also a clown because, again, you worship Nepo babies and you worship ass kissers. And you think radio's still relevant. It would have surprised me if this person right here, who's going to get banned, of course, because why would I want to waste another second on a troll like that? Wouldn't surprise me if that is actually one of those media members, because they're the only ones who would actually care if someone like me is taking shots at them. Yeah, I have no respect for these people. None. Zero.
49ers
Because they're afraid
pregame-
to actually have a dialogue with me. They only want to tiptoe the company line. You're gutless. You're spineless. You're not smart. You're a nothing. And congrats on getting some passion out of me. That also resulted in great content. So I should, in hindsight, thank you a little bit.
So the San
Pretending that the
Francisco
number of
49ers
viewers on our show at this moment means a damn thing in the middle of August. By the way, what is KNBR or the game's current viewer number on YouTube? What, 10? Are they getting callers? Come on, man. I love it. Bring some more of your anonymity keyboard warrior bullshit, thinking you're the guy that's above the fray. That is one of the biggest laughs imaginable. Again, you are welcome to come on this show. I posted the link for you clowns, you absolute dipshits, to come on the show and have dialogue with me. You know what a simp is? A simpleton, someone who can't hold a goddamn conversation, someone who hides from opinions that may differ from theirs. You putz. Shardal, I want to play something that's very funny to you, by the way.
So the San Francisco 49ers pregame warm-ups are going to happen from 4 to 4:15.
I love
The
it.
full team warm-ups are going to happen from 4:15 to 4:30. And from 5:15 to 5:30, they're going to have the full introductions. They're going to do the national anthem. They're going to do all the flamboyant stuff before kickoff. And I can't wait for the regular season, because we're going to be playing the Miami Dolphins on September 20th to open up the regular season.
Ooh.
But they don't got Tua Tagovailoa, so I don't give a shit about that.
Where's
the
Tua now?
Dolphins
Is he with the
don't have
Cardinals?
Tua. Tua
with Arizona,
Tagovailoa
right?
is on the Atlanta Falcons now.
Oh, Falcons. Even okay, that's another bad team. Shardal, your parents. Shardal, no. Shardal, I want to change the focus. Yeah,
my
go ahead.
parents are so proud of me. My parents have raised such a good son.
What?
And I will be once my dad is the master of the house. Once my dad passed away, I'm gonna be the new El Capitan of the house.
The master of the house. Shardal, your parents were born in India and came here as immigrants, correct?
My parents were born in India, came here as immigrants. My mom was older when she came over to America, but I was a little younger when I came over here.
Oh, so you were born there too?
I was born in India too.
Okay, I always think of you as an American, but you are an American.
I'm an Indian American.
Indian American. There you
like
go.
Vivek Ranadive, owner of the Sacramento Kings.
And Vivek Khosla.
Vinod Khosla is also Indian American.
Yeah, I'm worried about the Seahawks, by the way, with that guy as the owner. Shardal, I came across Shardal, give me 1 second here. I came across this clip the other day, and I've never seen anything like this, and the story is real. Let me set this up real fast, all right? Actually, here I'll have this clip running in the background as I set this up, because this is so wild, but I have to have. And there's side note: if you're listening to the podcast and you have kids in the car, mute this part, skip ahead, because there's going to be some swearing in this clip. This is a story of an individual who, when they were young, his family, his parents, went from Norway. He's Norwegian, right? And he went from Norway at 10 years old, or maybe even younger, to India. His parents, I guess, were more specifically in the area of Goa, which is one of the tourist areas of India, right? That's where they go for vacation, correct?
Like if you look if you look at Goa,
yeah,
Goa is it's like the Hawaii of India.
Correct. So it's where tourists go. Well, apparently, these two hippie parents from Norway go to Goa and they're hanging out there, and they encounter like visa issues, and this kid that they brought along with ended up getting stuck in India at 10 years of age, and he's in his 30s now. I want you to hear this guy. Sure,
I have a scenario that relates to this.
Okay, but okay.
It's like have you watched Home Alone?
Yes.
With Macaulay Culkin?
Yes.
It's the same exact story. He got left.
Home Alone in India.
He got left they were there in Home Alone. He got left, and the parents didn't know where he was. That's exactly what he's a 10-year-old.
He was 10.
He's a 10-year-old.
Shut all. Okay, let's listen to him for a second, and then let me know what you think about this guy. All right, you ready?
Ready to watch the clip and react to
Between borders. Norwegian citizen, born in Norway, stuck in India, living on the streets, surviving, being a tourist guide, smoking on the fucking roads. Don't you think I want to get some kind of adjustment against the comment when I'm 33 years old, have zero schooling, they haven't done the shit that they were supposed to do? The Finnish embassy, when they helped me out of the country, they were supposed to report me to the children's services because I was under 18. Did they do their job? No, they didn't do their job. Thanks to them, I don't have fucking nothing. I even told the Norwegian government once I came back to Norway, I have no school. Then they should have fucking done some kind of research, find out, why don't I have school? What's the reason? No fucking European, at least from a fucking one of the richest countries in the world, don't have fucking schooling. There must be a reason to it. Why they don't do fucking their background check? Because they know they are in the wrong.
Sure. What are your thoughts on that? I still can't keep it together. Like, that is some crazy shit. What do you think?
That is one of the most funniest clips that I've seen. This guy was cursing. He was swearing. He was not having a good.
But he has the accent, dude. He has the accent.
I've seen a lot of people who are born in India, but they have a different accent. Like they speak in a different accent. That guy sounded like he was an Indian, native
Exactly.
Indian.
I've never
He
seen
was
that.
sounding
I've
like
never
he was
seen that.
sounding like an Indian, but he's a Norwegian man, sounding like an Indian. Like that's so
Anyways,
funny. I feel so bad for him.
He's in a bad spot.
His parents are jackasses. His
apparently
parents
they
are
made
jackasses for leaving him
Apparently
in Mumbai.
Apparently they made a documentary about him.
Yeah, the parents can be assholes sometimes.
They can. You're absolutely right about that. Chardol, how's work going? You work at Great America. Any
Work
updates
is going
there?
very good. I haven't had any negative interactions with any of my coworkers. My coworkers are the best coworkers I could ever have.
Good.
They're the nicest people ever.
I'm very happy for
One
you
of
on
my
that front.
coworkers, he dapped me up.
That's good. They dapped you.
He dapped me up.
Dabbing's still a thing. I like that.
He gave me a chest bump.
When's the last day of Great America?
The last day of Great America is after 2027. So starting 2028, Great America will be closed for good.
That's crazy. Are they just going to put houses there?
And they're going to tear down the land and build real estate houses on it.
Oh, that's crazy. And then what are you going to do?
I'm going to I don't know where I'm going to go. Probably move to LA or something and work at Six Flags in Magic Mountain.
You're not going to do that. You're not going to leave the Bay.
No, but there's no theme parks in the Bay Area. Great America is the only theme park located in the Bay Area.
You're right. Is that the last one?
That's the last one in Bay Area.
But what about Six Flags? What about the Marine World place in Vallejo?
No, I'm not going all the way to Vallejo. Then I have to move to Vallejo and go there. I'm not fucking going to Vallejo.
You'd rather move
to Cyrus, are you out of your mind? You're gonna make me move to Vallejo and make me work.
Well, but you just said
you'd
rather move to Santa Clarita than you would Vallejo?
I'll work at a restaurant and be a busboy. Cleaning tables for a living.
All right. It's not bad work. I did that for a lot of years until I graduated, until I finished college.
Meeting some pretty mamacitas while I'm cleaning tables.
That too. It's a great way to socialize. And
I'll get some tips.
So I know you mentioned, because one thing we love talking about, or at least I do, are your dance lessons. I think that's fascinating. I hope someday we see a video of you actually showing off your moves. But the work schedule this summer has gotten in the way of you getting dance lessons, correct?
Yeah.
What just happened there? Did you take a drink? Are you drinking Coke? Was it a Coke?
Having Pepsi? A great
grape soda.
It's a really good thing, and I really enjoy going to take dance lessons.
So that's going to start up again. That's been on a hiatus of sorts, right? Oh, we lost Chardol. Okay. I heard him choking there a second ago. It sounded like he was drinking a soda that went down the wrong windpipe. Well, we had a full show today. We had a couple of audience members come on the program, a bright young kid, 16 years of age, already knows what he wants to do in life. That's impressive. Got a super popular YouTube account, Clay Allen, dropping in to Talk some shit about alchemy. Shirtall's back. Shirtall, what happened to you, buddy?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, well, now you can, right?
So I took ballroom dance lessons on Tuesday, and my dance teachers have been saying that I've been really getting good at my dancing. Like, I've been getting really good. I can be professional. They're saying that I could be a professional dancer one day if I keep on attending classes every single day consistently. I can be a professional dancer.
Is that
And
do you make
participate
money
in
doing that?
competition.
Like, how does that work to make?
I
How do
want
you
to be
make money as a
I want
professional?
to be a professional dancer and make money off of it.
How do you make money as a professional dancer? Do you know? Because I don't know. I have no clue how you make
I want
money.
to apply to work for my dance studio.
There you go. And that way you don't have to move down to Santa Clarita to work at Magic Mountain.
Yeah, my dance studio is looking for people that looking for more instructors to work for their company.
There you go.
And I must be a perfect representation to represent their company.
Nice transition there, bud. Good for you. Good for you.
You're the GOAT.
You're the GOAT, buddy. Have fun at the game tonight.
You're the man.
Is Brock Purdy playing?
Mac Jones is going to be the starting quarterback.
I actually think Max might be better. We'll see.
Mac Jones is a great quarterback, but the 49ers are going to be resting all their starters, but the Tennessee Titans are going to be playing most of their starters.
How do you feel about Deebo Samuel's being back? He looked a little hefty.
Deebo Samuel is one of my favorite players on the 49ers, and I'm so happy that he's back in the Bay.
Good. How are you feeling about the Niners in general? Are they going to be good this year?
The 49ers are going to be really good this year, and we're going to win a 6th Lombardi trophy.
Look at you. I love the optimism. I'm a huge Niner fan.
And Brock Purdy is going to be the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Of the Super Bowl? People forget he's been there before.
Brock Purdy has been to the Super Bowl.
He has. He's got an impressive resume. He's just a little guy. I just worry about him. What do you think, Chardall? Jack Bauer in our chat disagrees with you. He thinks the Niners are going to quote unquote suck ass.
Jack Bauer, the 49ers are not going to suck ass. The 49ers have Oza. They have DeJuan Stribling. They got Dre Greenlaw. They got Deebo Samuel. They got a lot of good players on this team, so I don't agree with your comment that they're going to suck ass this year. Like Jack Bauer, how do you say they're going to suck ass? Have you watched the game? Have you been to a 49er game in your life? You can't be saying that. You can't be mouthing off like that.
Chardall, say bye to everybody. It's time to go. You're fantastic, brother. Love you. Have fun at the game tonight. We're back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Happy hour. Evan Ball filling in for Professor Armando Laura, who's on sabbatical from the podcast scene. Professor, love you. Hope you're enjoying the vacay. Evan, excited to bring you on. We're going to talk about the schedule, Chardall. You're going to a Niner exhibition game tonight. The Warriors schedule came out today. We're going to preview that on tomorrow's show.
So viewers, make sure to subscribe to Golden Days in reference to the 1993 Matthew McConaughey movie Dazed and Confused, and also subscribe to the Apex Sports Network.
Yes.
And I'm currently on the road to I'm currently going to be making more content. So if you like everything I'm doing on the channel, please go there and give me a like, give me a follow. And click ring that notification bell so you'll be updated for more wonderful content on my channel.
Hell yeah, man.
And
where are you at currently with subscribers? Are you going up? Are you down? Even?
I just gained 2 subscribers.
Nice. All right.
So I'll definitely I'll definitely come on tomorrow's show and talk about how the game went, what my thoughts were. I'll give you a whole rundown of the game tomorrow, and I would also love to come on and talk about the Warriors schedule being released.
Beautiful. Do you think the Warriors are going to be good this year?
The Warriors are going to be good with Yaxel Lendeboard.
Yaxel.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Yaxel.
It was great coming on the show, and I'll see you tomorrow for Friday Happy Hour with Evan
Chardol,
Ball.
you're the only person who has the power to talk over our clips. Respect.
I'll see you tomorrow, and you always do a great job with the show.
Thank you, brother.
Keep it rocking and rolling, brother, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Beautiful. Have fun at the game tonight. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks a lot for thanks a lot for the kind words. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday Happy Hour. You have a wonderful afternoon, Cyrus.